Hello, Jonathan. I want to play a game. You started your channel over 10 years ago and earned over 300 subscribers. Not a lot by any metric you wish to compare, but you haven't posted quality content in over 3 years. You owe it to your audience to consistently upload and feed their subbox with more content. That ends now. You must review Saw 10 in 5 minutes or less. If you don't, embarrassing content will be uploaded on every one of your social media platforms. Live or die. Make your choice.
Hey, wait. What type of embarrassing stuff?
Videos, unflattering photos, stuff you posted in high school.
Oh my god, please you wouldn't do that. Please, I'm a different person. In
high school.
No, I am.
Laugh at the same toilet humor.
Okay, well, you got me there. But wait, why do you have my hands tied to this chair?
Still laugh at you talking with your hands.
Okay, fine. That's fair. Fine. Saw 10 might be one of the best films in the franchise. I am. Relax, hold your horses. Saw 10 is a surprising 10th entry in a franchise that felt like it was running on fumes since the third film. Some will say the second, but let's face it, the first. Set between Saw 2 and Saw 3, John Kramer, dying from brain cancer, learns of a new experimental treatment that could cure him. He flies down to Mexico to see if he can get rid of his ailment and move on with his life. Except, he learns he's been conned, and the doctors who experimented on him were scam artists, stealing money from cancer patients. But because this is Jigsaw we're talking about, the moral grandstanding officer of the horror genre, he captures them and enlists them in a series of games to live or die. This one feels different from the others in the franchise. This is A24's Saw. Present are the traps and gruesome body horror torture porn the series is known for, but there are some new additions that make this one stand out. The characters are surprisingly human, there's that word again. There's some emotional weight to the story that doesn't feel cheap, and Tobin Bell is the best he's been since chewing scenery in Saw 2. These aren't the types of movies that warrant your time or brainpower to watch terrible people succumb to torturous deaths, but it's the slight elevation in drama and storytelling that make this one more than just another Saw. Spoilers from here on out.
Continue, if you dare.
After John finds out he's been bamboozled, he makes a phone call to a detective to find those responsible. Saw fans know who he's talking to. We cut to every nurse and doctor getting abducted by a figure in a pig mask, revealed to be Amanda Young, Jigsaw's first protege and series mainstay. Okay, side note. Because this movie is playing to broader audiences than, say, Dream Scenario, whose trailer played just before this one, it's really stupid that we would get flashbacks on things that just happened at only a handful of minutes prior to reveal things that were already established through context. Like, yes, we know John Kramer didn't kidnap all those people because he's sick and fragile. Of course, it's the young, able-bodied woman standing to his right. Anyway, each person responsible for their part in the scam is put through some of the most grotesque devices I can remember seeing. One woman, who played the part of a nurse who drew John's blood, is tasked with cutting off her leg to extract 3 ounces of bone marrow to prevent a ghillie saw from cutting off her head. Okay, sidebar. Look, you have to stop taking young kids to see movies like this. I walked out of the theater and there was a young kid, no older than 10, mad at his family that he went to go see a horror film.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I know, but why aren't you doing anything about it?
It's about you. Finish. You only have such precious minutes to waste.
Fine. The supposed anesthesiologist is next. He has to perform cranial surgery on himself, remove part of his brain, dissolve it in acid, and have the enzyme stop the device from slamming shut on his face or something or other. This death was cool. Not because the device slammed shut, but because its design was based on the Aztec architecture we're introduced to in the beginning of the film. If the killings are happening in Mexico, it actually made sense that it got some well-deserved Mexican flair, but points removed for not having a heart ripped out of someone's chest. Then the twists start coming. There are twists on twists on twists that actually make sense and are so satisfying. Writers Josh Stolberg and Peter Goldfinger, who both written 2 other Saw films, really brought their heads together to make maybe this last one special. At the time of this writing, I hadn't seen Spiral, but Jigsaw wasn't too bad, but that's not really saying much when the franchise is 10 movies deep and only 20% of the movies are arguably good. Tobin Bell's performance at the very end of this made me root for a sadistic killer and empathize with him. Why am I feeling so sorry for this sadistic serial killer? I know we're in spoiler territory, but I don't want to give too much away. This took surprising turns that I didn't see coming. I'm not saying this was high art or anything. It's far from it. It relishes in torture porn, going to grotesque lengths that made me squirm in my seat. And it's edited like a YouTube video, guiding the viewer, holding their hand a little too much. But Saw 10 is actually worth watching. It's spooky season after all, so check it out in theaters if you can. I feel like this is one of those movies that you avoid, but years down the line, just because it's on Netflix, you put it on because you've already seen the latest season of Love is Blind, and you actually watch it and you think to yourself, whoa, this ain't half bad. Hell, it actually might be one of the best in the series, probably just as good or maybe better than the first one. Or something like that. Okay, did I make it?
It's about too late. The upload has commenced.
No! No, 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 no. Oh my god, no! No!